Hi guys, you've been walking through my garden with me for quite some time now. We've started it back in the winter, everything from seed. So I'm particularly proud this year because of it. My kitchen was being redone, so I had to kind of put my efforts into something else besides the restaurant. So I started gardening again. And I started them from seed in the bedroom, and I had to keep the cat from playing with them. And finally, when they got big enough, Josh built me some boxes, and I've just been enjoying my garden so much. This is just a small basket of tomatoes. I hope you guys can see them all that I've gotten. I have just a regular beefsteak. I actually did San Marzano this year, and I even have some tiny cherry tomatoes. But this year, I've decided that I wanted to grow a couple different variations because I've been canning sauces. And now I'm going to show you guys how to make a great summer side dish. And it's stuffed tomatoes. So stuffed tomatoes is actually from my cookbook. It's a really big seller at the restaurant, especially on Thick Cut Thursday. So here's the cookbook. And on page 22 is the stuffed tomatoes. So I came up with this recipe because I get tired of having the same vegetables, or I get tired of having French fries. So I wanted something a little healthier and something Italian, so I stuffed a tomato. So I'm going to take a couple out of here. We're just going to do, take out a couple, and I'm going to show you how to core them and take the seeds out. So I'm going to get a bowl here so we can put our stuff in there. And I actually went ahead and made some ahead of time so you could see the finished product. They're so pretty, and they're going to bake in the oven. And they're just, the cheese on the top is going to melt, and they just are so delicious. If you love a stuffed pepper, you'll love a stuffed tomato even more. Okay, so I did some. It's just a regular tomato. These are already washed. Of course, I like to say they're very organic because they're from my garden and I don't use any chemicals or sprays. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to core around the top, and we're going to hollow them out. And I try to use them with the seeds, put it in the mix, and it does come out really good. It makes them a little bit more watery, so I'm not going to use the seeds in this. So I went around and I got the tops done.
Thank you,
Linda. Josh is my video guy again today, guys, because he's been off all week and he got a little taste of
on vacation
restaurant life.
So,
he's been living a day in a life with me. So I'm very appreciative of all of his work. Once I leave for work today, he will be having the night off for himself finally. So, and for everyone that knows right now, the restaurant world is very crazy busy. So I'm very appreciative to everybody, especially my staff. They're working very difficult. Okay, so I cored these out. I don't know if Josh wanted to bring the camera closer or not, but we'll maybe just leave it there. And this, if, like I said, if you wanted to use the seeds in it, you could. I don't. I'm not going to. I'm just going to put them over there. Okay.
Hi, Linda.
Huh?
I said hi, Linda. She said,
hi, Linda.
Josh. She said hi, Josh.
Oh,
not
okay.
Jen.
Okay. Okay, guys. So, I went ahead and I preheated my oven to 400 because that's what these are gonna bake on. Isn't this the cutest little thing? Eat the rainbow. So we've been eating through my garden. I'm calling it the Garden of Eatin'. Okay, so the recipe calls for 1 pound of ground sausage. This is just Italian sausage that you buy in a package, all ground up, all cooked already. I was unsure when I made the recipe. I didn't want to stuff them raw because tomatoes cook very quickly and sausage takes a while. So I didn't think that they would be a good combo to cook that way. So I go ahead and I cook my sausage beforehand. And this is 1 pound of sausage. And we're going to go ahead and put that in a mixing bowl. So I also wanted to shout out to my mom. I just went to go visit her in New York and we had a wonderful time cooking together. But also, it was her birthday yesterday, so she doesn't like be reminded of that. But that's okay. She doesn't have Facebook, phone, anything, so I'm safe no matter what I say. Okay, so we're going to put this in here, and the next thing we're going to add is a cup of seasoned breadcrumbs. And I like to use panko because they're more durable than a regular breadcrumb. They don't get as soggy. So this will give it really great texture. This is just store-bought breadcrumbs, and it's 1 cup, so we're going to pour that in. And then it calls for a half of a cup of grated Parmesan. No, I actually have, this is Romano, so it's a little bit more saltier. It's made from goat's milk instead of cow. So it's got a saltier bite to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the salt in it. If you have Parmesan, you can add salt and pepper to this. But if you're using Romano cheese, don't add the salt because this is salty enough. Okay, and now I'm going to add a half a cup of just ricotta cheese. All these things are right in the grocery store, easy to access. And I guess I'm not having any problems today with the sound. Last week I forgot my mic. We had a couple technical difficulties, right, hun?
It wasn't mine. No, it had nothing on me.
No one said you.
Abby did.
Well, she's usually my professional. So we've been so busy, and Abs has this new baby puppy. So I've been trying to give her a chance to get him on a schedule and, you know, get tracker used to him. I am missing my tracker though, but I saw him on 4th of July.
Sound is great.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Linda,
Thank you, Linda. Also for my garden is my fresh basil. And I have been providing the restaurant so far for the past couple months with basil and tomatoes and eggplant.
you can do it for the next year with the amount we have.
I know, I went a little overboard, but you can never have too much basil in the restaurant. We use it on everything. We garnish with it. We put it in our marinara. I mean, it is just, we use it a lot.
A full bush out there.
I got a lot of them. I got about 9 or 10. So, okay, we're going to just, you know, cut this up really tiny, little chiffonades here. Roll it all together. And then break it down. And we're going to put it right in here. And this is actually where really, really good flavor comes from. I'm skipping the salt on this, but I'm just going to put in a little pepper, and that's it. So it's honestly like, what, 4 ingredients? And we're going to mix it all together. And I actually had a request for these at the restaurant this week. So I was like, you know what, let me see how I can do everything at once. So I said, I have a boatload of tomatoes. I get to talk about the cookbook. I get to make it for the video, and now I get to serve them up. So it's a win-win. So these are also good. They'll definitely...
Make your husband work on his vacation.
Well, you were very much appreciated, hon.
I know, babe.
So now that I'm not going to be using him at the restaurant, he can finish the kitchen because we still have a little bit more to go.
Cooking now.
Okay, so I'm going to bring these over now, and what I have is I made a big tray of them. Can you see these on there? These beautiful, beautiful tomatoes I stuffed already. So the recipe calls for 12, and that's what I did. So I'm going to do the rest of these and bring them in. So I'm just going to take a spoon. I'm going to take, let me show you the mix in case you can't see it. This is the mix in the bowl. It looks great. I know Abby sometimes, you know, brings the camera close so everybody can see what we're making. Josh doesn't want to touch the camera. Last week you turned it off by accident.
I did not.
You did. Okay, so you just take some of the stuffing just like you would a pepper, and you put the mixture down in there, stuff it hard, pack it hard. And what I went ahead and did is, if you had like marinara sauce, you could pour that on the bottom, or any type of jarred tomato. I just happened to use the Tutoroso, the diced tomatoes, so I just put them on the bottom. They just act as kind of like a bed down there, and then as they bake, all the flavors like kind of marry together, and at the end you could probably serve it with that. So I'm just going to finish stuffing these. Now this recipe that I have in the book will stuff 12 of this medium-sized tomato. So this is actually my second batch. I'm just going to try to show you here. There's the next one and one more. And just when you think that they can't get any more delicious, we're going to go ahead. We're going to sprinkle a little olive oil on them to keep them moist while they bake. And then we're going to top them off with shredded mozzarella, which is really, really delicious because all this bakes now. And you put it in the oven. So there we go. We actually got a lot in this pan. So we're going to bake those up. And they're actually going to bake, let's see, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. And since the sausage is already cooked, all you have to do is just kind of feel for the tomato to get soft. So there you go. I just showed you how to make stuffed tomatoes. So you don't have to eat a million tomato sandwiches. You don't have to eat salad all the time. This is what you can do with your tomatoes as well. You can eat on the side of anything.
Hey,
so eat the rainbow, guys. Is Yuji on there?
Yeah.
Hi, Yuji. Nice to hear you. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. I've got to get to the restaurant. I've got things to do. Josh has got to start working on the kitchen. Bye till next week. You push the button, babe. The off button.
There is no off button.
The off button. Okay, we can still keep standing here.
Let's just keep standing. Oh, X.
There you go.
Choose to go live. Did we just do that for now?
No, we're on. You're done. Finish.